Tesla's surprise announcement that it will build its fourth Gigafactory near Berlin hit Germany's car industry like a bombshell. The company's flamboyant CEO, Elon Musk, casually dropped the news in late 2019 on a stage in Berlin after being awarded a Golden Steering Wheel Award for the Tesla Model 3. "I actually have an announcement, which I think will be hopefully well received. We've decided to put the Tesla Gigafactory Europe in the Berlin area," Musk told a gasping audience, which included top managers from Germany's car makers, who were described as shell-shocked. "I come to Berlin a lot," Musk told the crowd. "Berlin rocks." The excitement hasn't subsided since. Popular Berlin radio station Radio 1 has introduced a special jingle to alert listeners to news on the project, which has been dubbed a declaration of war against the country's car establishment. Germany's trio of car-making groups, Volkswagen, BMW and Daimler, has fallen into disrepute with large parts of the public and the government following its emission manipulation in the Dieselgate scandal, and because of its hesitant move to electric mobility. In a country where climate change often tops voters' concerns following unprecedented heat waves, droughts, and the Fridays for Future protest movement, clean mobility advocates have welcomed Tesla's plans as a huge gain for the mobility transition. See more reaction quotes below. Many people also pin great hopes on the factory's economic effects. The state of Brandenburg, which surrounds the capital Berlin and houses the plant, is a structurally weak region with few employment opportunities. It is desperate for new jobs as many will be lost during Germany's coal exit. The mining industry remains one of the state's most important employers. The regional government aspires to turn the area into a future mobility and energy transition hotspot, and showcases the Tesla location as a main focus alongside broad issues, such as digitalization and education. The media frenzy is also fueled by Musk's publicity stunts on Twitter, where he suggested the plant should have a mega rave cave, a swimming pool on the roof, and be filled with graffiti art. But not everyone is welcoming Tesla with open arms, and local protests against the factory have received broad media coverage. Many observers also expect a clash with Germany's powerful metalworkers union, which has more than 2 million members and has warned Tesla over its record of fighting unionization. The most advanced high-volume e-car production plant in the world, the Berlin plant will be Tesla's first major production facility in Europe, and its fourth so-called Gigafactory. Others already operate in Nevada, New York, and Shanghai. The term Gigafactory was coined by Musk to describe his company's plans for the giant battery factory in Nevada. It's basically a marketing phrase that has taken on a life of its own. Official Tesla communication on the project is relatively sparse, but it says that Gigafactory Berlin-Brandenburg will be the most advanced high-volume electric vehicle production plant in the world. It remains unclear when exactly production will start at the factory. The opening was originally planned for July 2021, but Musk gave the German team 6 more months. German weekly Automobile Watch reported in early May, citing company sources. Both the company and regional government said in June they assumed initial production could start at the end of the year. But a new environmental lawsuit launched in June could result in a construction halt, possibly meaning further delays. The California-based company says it will launch production with the Model Y, a fully electric midsize SUV. Once the initial expansion phase is complete, the factory is set to employ up to 12,000 people, who will produce 500,000 cars per year for the European market according to Tesla plans. The company aims to invest up to 4 billion euros in the project according to media reports. To put these production figures into perspective, the Wolfsburg Volkswagen factory, the group's headquarters and the world's largest single-car manufacturing complex with a surface area of 6.5 kilometers square, produced just over 700,000 cars in 2018 according to the company. All German carmakers combined made 428,000 electric vehicles in 2020 in the country and exported 62% of them. World's largest battery factory. The Tesla Berlin car plant's primary manufacturing areas include the press shop, foundry, body shop, paint shop, powertrain manufacturing, seat manufacturing, and final assembly. Tesla also wants to turn the site into the world's largest battery cell production plant. CEO Musk said an annual production capacity of up to 100 gigawatt-hours was possible, and then possibly increased to 200 or 250 gigawatt-hours. A plant with an annual capacity of 100 gigawatt-hours alone could produce enough batteries for 1.3 million Model Y vehicles with a 75 kilowatt-hours battery. Tesla plans to make new 4680 cells measuring 80 by 46 millimeters with a higher energy density at the Berlin plant. In January, the EU paved the way for state aid for the battery project. Battery production could start in roughly 2 years according to Brandenburg Economy Minister Georg Steinbach, who was instrumental in bringing Tesla to the region. The site is located in the sparsely populated and largely forested municipality of Grünheide, around 35 kilometers southeast of Berlin, where Tesla bought a plot of land measuring about 3 kilometers square that had been reserved for an industry project for around 20 years. BMW considered building a car plant at the same site 2 decades ago, but eventually opted for Leipzig instead. To lure employees to the site, Tesla stresses its natural surroundings close to the vibrant city of Berlin. Tesla says convenient accessibility will be ensured by an extensive infrastructure of bicycle ways, roads and highways, and direct train connections. The site is located very close to an autobahn and will have a dedicated exit. The construction of a plant railway station for freight logistics is also planned to achieve the highest possible share of rail and freight traffic according to the Brandenburg state government. Tesla is also considering using additional space in a nearby logistics center. The company plans to establish an engineering and design center in Berlin itself. Berlin's new airport is around 35 kilometers away. Building without a permit, even though construction of the factory is at an advanced stage, authorities still have not granted Tesla a final permit. German law allows the company to proceed with construction on the basis of provisional licenses, in spite of outstanding questions regarding the factory's environmental impact, with the caveat that the U.S. carmaker would have to dismantle its construction and reforest the area should the licenses ultimately be denied. The approval process is largely determined by Germany's Federal Emission Control Act, which aims at limiting environmental damages. The law allows the start of construction before final approval if 1. A positive decision can be expected, 2. There is a public interest in the early start, and 3. The applicant undertakes to compensate for all damage caused by the construction of the facility up to the time of the decision, if the project is not approved, to restore it to its previous condition. In accordance with the law, Tesla made a €100 million deposit in January to ensure that the site can be restored to its original condition before construction began. Brandenburg's economy minister Steinbach told Bloomberg in February that he was totally relaxed regarding the approval. In another interview, he said it was very, very unlikely that Tesla will not get the final nod. Red tape and government support. In April 2021, Tesla criticized that slow approval processes for German industry and infrastructure projects stand in the way of urgent climate action efforts as the carmaker continued to wait for the final approval. Tesla Brandenburg has experienced firsthand that obstacles in German approval law slow down the necessary industrial transformation and thus the transport and energy transition, wrote the Tesla subsidiary in a statement released as part of a legal case at the Regional Higher Administrative Court. The authorities' approval process might appear to be slow, but is extremely fast by German standards. Getting the necessary approvals to build a single wind turbine can take several years in the country. The rapid progress at the Tesla factory also contrasts sharply with Berlin's new airport, which only opened in late 2020 following a delay of almost a decade. The speed of the project is partly due to Tesla being prepared to take large financial risks, but the relevant authorities have also made great efforts to allow a rapid realization. Shortly after the announcement that Tesla had chosen this location, the state government launched a dedicated task force to coordinate and speed up the project without interfering in the approval process. The task force includes not only all affected ministries and Tesla delegates, but also local representatives. I am pleased that Brandenburg shows with Tesla how our laws and funding opportunities can also be used to get things done in a short time. Chancellor Angela Merkel told Redaktionsnetzwerk Deutschland in late 2020. Federal Economy Minister Peter Altmaier promised Musk that the government will help Tesla in any way possible to get the plant ready as soon as possible. We are very proud of your car plant in Brandenburg and we wish you good luck with that, Altmaier told Musk. You'll have every assistance you need. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.